let's talk about Cajun Cliffhanger. This is the Cajun Cliffhanger, and she was at Six Flags Great America from 1976 until 2000. Cajun Cliffhanger was a rotor type ride, and it was located in Orleans Place, and it was one of the few rides that was at only the Gurnee location and not at its sister location in California. Marriott decided to include this ride in the Gurnee Park because there was a popular rotor ride that was at Chicago Riverview Park, which closed in 1967, and because of its popularity, they thought it would be great to bring it back to the Chicagoland area, and they thought it would have the same popularity that it did at the other park. And it did. The ride was incredibly popular. The way the ride worked was basically you would go into like a little room up here where you would stand against the wall, and then it would start spinning really fast, and then the floor would drop out and you'd be held against the wall with just like the inertia that you learned about in physics class. It was removed because two girls were riding the ride and the floor closed on their feet when it was rising back up, crushing them. I read something saying that they lost a foot. That is not true. I read that they just had like some broken bones, but still bad enough to like sue the park. And once they sued the park, it was also found that over time, because of like just wear on the ride, there was a gap between where the floor was and where the rest of the ride was, so it wasn't closing all the way anymore, so it was not technically a safe ride anymore. Six Flags did end up getting fined for it. It was ultimately removed for the 2001 season, so at the end of 2000, and then Jester's Wild Ride was put in its place, and then that was later replaced with the Joker. And although there was no lawsuit regarding this ride until 2000, I will say, my mom grew up going to the park, and she said her foot has most definitely been caught in this ride. The way those girls was, her foot didn't break at least, but she also said that it was because she was being a rule breaker and not following the directions. So who knows how many people have had their feet crushed in total. Only two that have sued.